Beaulieu 57780 for the RCMP sent letter. Like they told you, it's under the Emergency Measure Act that was proclaimed by New Brunswick in March 2020, the 19th of March to be precise. Okay, like they told you, you're allowed to go in New Brunswick to go through Nova Scotia.
Yes.
But since Nova Scotia did not approve your entry in Nova Scotia, that's being
So
said,
then we will go and we will deal with Nova Scotia when we get there, because
you'll have another 3 hours to come back over here.
no,
because
we
they
cannot, because under the Charter of Rights and Freedoms, under the Mobility Act, we have the right to go home. No, Nova Scotia is our home.
We can't go home.
How can you? You are not
Do
only
you have-
breaking our Charter of Rights and Freedoms, but my daughters, who is 10 years old, my son, who is 8 years old, and my other son, who is 6 years old. We are all permanent residents, law-abiding citizens who have entertained. I'm sorry, I'm not done, sir. Who have entertained and fulfilled all the obligations, did our due diligence in order to go home.
And where's home?
Nova Scotia on Hamilton Road in Garland.
I'm a police officer in New Brunswick.
Okay.
Nova Scotia denied your access to Nova
They have not
Scotia.
denied. That is untrue, sir.
That's what I've been told.
They have
They
not.
denied, they told you at the well that they did not approve your entry.
They didn't. They show me where I have an email.
No, Charlene said it on the phone the well woods. You cannot go in if you're not approved.
Okay, but are we? Is this Nova Scotia?
No, this-
Then you need to let us through. We will deal with Nova Scotia when we get home to Nova Scotia.
we have procedures in New Brunswick, okay?
And I fulfilled my procedures in New Brunswick. Correct. I have my
understand
confirmation
that.
emails.
But part of the procedures is that you have access to Nova Scotia.
We do, as homeowners, as property owners. Yes, we do. And as Canadian citizens, we have rights under the Charter of Rights and Freedoms.
I'm not yelling here.
I am very upset.
I understand. that
This
you're
is
upset.
you are obstructing justice right now.
We're under the Emergency Act from New Brunswick.
Okay, so at what point do you stop obeying laws that go against our Charter of Rights and Freedoms? At what point? Is it when if we're not vaccinated, you march us off to the gulags? Is it at that point? At what point? Because under our rights and freedoms, we are allowed to enter the province in which we live. We are allowed to travel freely. We have gone along with this charade. We have done everything that we have been asked to do. You, sir, have seen every documentation. I'm not sure if he shared that with you.
Nope. This is under the provincial line.
And we have done everything. It is
I
the
understand.
Nova Scotia province that has dropped the ball. It is on them.
Okay. That your part will be to contact Nova Scotia.
And we
to
will
get
do
their
that in
approval.
6 hours when we get there.
Not from this point. The province has procedures.
Okay.
And the procedures is you can access New Brunswick if you have the requirements to go in Nova
But
Scotia.
I've done the requirements.
You
They
don't
have
have-
not done their job.
You don't have the requirements to go in
I
Nova
have.
Scotia.
Do you know what the requirements to enter Nova Scotia are? Because I know them off by heart. And we have every single one of them. We have all of our
They
documentation.
submitted it all on time, exactly
And-
like they asked.
Not even on
like I told
time,
you.
well in advance.
So why can't we just call?
Fairly, you know, it's just not.
But you are breaking the law, sir. As kind as you have been, you are breaking the law.
You're not breaking the law. I'm just enforcing the law. that-
No, what about the charter? We forgot about the charter? We forgot about the Bill of Rights?
Why go back? Why? What's it?
Which is higher? I just want to know. Sir, I want to know what is higher.
Ma'am,
The
I'm
emergency
talking-
the emergency
I'm
act
not yelling.
or the Bill of Rights and Charter of Rights?
Can I talk?
No, we're not going to separate us. We're going to stay together.
But
Hold
just
on.
talk calmly.
Okay,
and so-
I would like to know what is higher law in Canada? Charter of Rights, Bill of Rights, or the Emergency Act?
Every province has the right to declare.
Not true. Under the
emergency.
mobility rights, we have the right to travel freely. Not
not-
only travel freely, we have the right to go home.
I'm not going to argue with you, ma'am. Okay, like I told you, they told you, New Brunswick has requirements, and the requirements is you need to have the requirements to go in Nova Scotia.
I've
to
done
be able-
everything
to
correct.
Be able to enter New Brunswick.
That's
So
fine.
Are you Canadian police or New Brunswick police?
I'm a provincial police and federal police as
Or
well.
federal police?
I'm
So
enforcing.
who owns this
provincial-
ground right here we're standing on? Is this public land, like Canadian land? This is right. This is private.
It's government.
So I'm gonna set up right here, put my things out, put my jacks down,
And we're going to
and
call
I'll
it
sit here
home.
until Nova Scotia gives me approval, because there's lots of people with guns here, and I feel really safe. I don't feel safe bringing my
Exactly.
3 kids to a truck stop.
Just go to a hotel.
No, sir. That was on our expense.
Because I don't feel safe leaving everything I own. Everything I
Have it
own.
there with you, man.
Inside the hotel room with me.
Yeah.
I can bring everything
No,
we own.
this is public ground. There's guys with guns everywhere. I feel safe. I'll set my family here. We will reapply to Nova Scotia
We've
just
already
like
done
we
it.
did.
We've already done
and
it.
then when we get approval to go home,
If like I'm telling you, if we have a complaint that you're from the owner of the land, okay, that you're not supposed to be here, we'll have to be here.
but
Who
we
is
are
the owner?
I pay federal taxes every week.
And provincial and municipal, we pay it all.
Is this not
New Brunswick
federal
or
land?
Nova
You just
Scotia?
told me
You're
that.
in New Brunswick right
This
now.
is not a
okay?
camping area.
No,
Come
I-
on, guys.
I'm not gonna argue.
You're right, it's not. We don't.
understand.
We don't want to.
home in camp.
We don't want to camp
So you
here.
have a home, guys.
Exactly.
You have a home. it's
We
just not
do.
approved to
Let
go
us
in.
go to it.
That doesn't make
let's
any
wait.
sense. Does that make sense? So like they told you, he
Wait
turned
till
around
you
and
get
told
it.
you right now, you cannot go home.
Wait till you have your approval to go, and I'll be
No.
We are. I told you.
We
I
have
told
the approval. Do you want to know what
No,
our
I
approval
will
is?
wait. We're gonna wait right for our
Yeah,
approval.
wait
That's
here.
no problem.
But you want to know what our approval is? The Charter of Rights and Freedoms that men and women sacrificed
So
their lives and died for.
I can't-
Shame on you
No,
and shame on you
I-
for taking that for granted.
No,
Those
Those men died and shed blood
Honey, hold on.
for our
Sorry,
freedom.
Shame on you. Shame
No.
on you. I'm here and helping you guys since
Honey,
maybe.
hold on.
You're not helping. You're doing your job, sir,
Yeah,
and
I'm
you're
helping you a lot. So right now, we're just trying to help you.
you do realize that we will absolutely not only be filing a complaint, we will absolutely be pursuing this within a court of law. Okay, it is absolutely okay. And that both of you gentlemen will be named in that, right? You understand? So you're okay with that?
Hold on, honey.
You're okay with
Yeah.
I can
with
provide you the number if
violating?
you want.
You are okay with violating the Charter of Rights and
I'm not
Freedoms?
violating my-
You are, but so you tell me how you're not violating the mobility
I'm doing
rights.
my job right now. You're under, like I told you, I can provide you the number if you want to complain. There's no.
Are you aware and do you understand the mobility rights in Canada?
I'm not aware. I don't.
As an RCMP officer, you are not.
I'm aware of the laws, and I'm aware
Okay.
of that.
Please
But
tell
right
me
now-
what my mobility rights as a permanent Canadian citizen is.
I'm not going to argue with you now.
I'm not asking you to argue. I'm asking you to inform me.
And-
What are the mobility rights as a Canadian citizen here in Canada?
I'm not here to argue. Like I told you.
I don't
you
wanna
have
argue.
Turn around. That's it.
We are not turning around.
But where do we've nowhere to go.
So you tell me.
Okay.
We
You
have
tell
a
me.
Parking lot, the public access.
No,
road
it is not
on the
safe and it is
outside.
not secure. No.
Here is not either. Okay, it's a.
Absolutely. This, I feel very safe.
I understand, but you cannot park here.
But you told me to stop.
Yeah, you.
Yes,
you
we told
Like
you.
I
don't
was
want
gonna
us
go
to.
home.
It's a checkpoint.
I don't want to park here. I want to go home. So if you didn't tell me to stop, I would be almost home. I don't like.
This is traumatic to our
Go
children.
where?
You
just turn
understand
around
that,
and
right?
Go back.
You
This-
gentlemen understand
this
the
is
trauma to
federal
our
land.
children.
I can grab a pay stub out of my truck. I pay federal taxes every week. Federal. This is federal land. I pay federal taxes.
You-
This is the whole country, Canada. You're stopping me and telling me I can't go home. So I'm saying, okay, I'll stop where you told me to stop.
Emergency
but then-
Measure Act is a provincial.
And it is against our Charter
But
of
that's
Rights and
against
Freedoms.
the-
What section are you? What section of the Charter of Rights and Freedoms?
Emergency law, Emergency Measure Act from New Brunswick, established on the 19th of March, 2020.
Okay, and does that trump our Bill of Rights?
That's a provincial measure. If they implemented it, I guess it's good.
You guess? I'm sorry, that's not good enough,
Yes,
sir.
You can file a complaint. You can go to court to make sure.
I would like the gentleman that is blocking us, who literally is holding us hostage in our. This is everything we own, our family, everything we own. We want to go home. I would like him to move, and we are going to go
I
home.
can't just go.
If he moves,
Yes, sir.
I'll be in front, and you need to follow me. If you don't,
Under what law have we broken?
it's the provincial law. Emergency.
We have
Measure
done
Act.
everything. I have
You
documentation. I provided
you have
it to this
proof
gentleman.
To enter Nova Scotia.
They
That's
did
right.
not provide it to us. Where would you like us to live, sir?
You need to contact Nova Scotia.
I did.
To make sure to have this.
I did over and over, and I spoke to somebody, and they
I'm
said,
not yelling.
provide.
Please.
That's fine. I will lower my voice.
Like I told you. okay?
I have done
You need
all of my due
documentation
diligence.
From Nova Scotia to be able to enter New Brunswick, to go straight to Nova Scotia.
I have provided
That's what we're
ample.
currently trying to get. So
Hey,
But no. Let's just.
While
I
you're
told
waiting to get that from Nova Scotia, we'll ask you politely to go back on.
And we will
the back side.
politely decline. because what needs to be said. I'm sorry,
You
honey.
stopped me. I was going. You stopped me. No one stopped me for the last 15 hours.
I'll go in front of you. You'll be escorted back to on the road.
We will
If
not.
you don't want me to stop in New Brunswick, that's fine. Escort me across the Nova Scotia border and then go like this. Guys, they're your problem.
The rules for Nova Scotia, if they don't let you in Nova Scotia, you'll be stuck in New Brunswick. And the New Brunswick
No,
regulation.
you bring us to Nova Scotia and say these guys live here.
I'm not gonna follow you.
Exactly,
for 3
my
hours.
point. But,
So
and then
you won't be
say, "I don't
inconvenienced,
want
but
these
you'll
guys."
inconvenience
So-
us and our children and
Quebec
violate our
doesn't
laws.
want us. If you don't want us, what makes you think Quebec does?
There's no checkpoint in Quebec.
That's so. This is not about a virus. You realize this, right?
It's a provincial law.
It's not about a virus. A provincial law cannot trump and overdo the Bill of Rights and the Charter of Rights and Freedoms.
So we're
You can have
sitting
the
here
court for this.
waiting.
I can't.
So at
I'm
what
the one-
point do you stop obeying? Let me ask you that. At
No,
what
it's
point
just
do you stop
all we-
obeying?
I'm doing my job, man.
Oh, just like the Nazis? Just like the Nazis.
If you want
I-
to interpret it like
No,
that,
honey, hold
That
on.
is exactly. At what point do you say enough is enough?
That's enough.
This is acceptable. At what point? This is not okay.
You're making it.
I'm not. Oh, no, sir. I am not making my child cry. I am not making her cry.
Our
We
point
want to
is
go
that-
First of all,
home.
we're not Nazis. That's one thing.
I never called you a Nazi.
Yes,
No,
you said.
no.
You
I
can
said
still
just
keep- you can
like
still keep
the
taping
Nazis.
if you want. Look,
I will.
Look.
I never once called you a Nazi. I said just like the
and
Nazis.
you're looking at
We
us.
just wanna go home.
So you want to go home. You want to go home.
Yes.
We want you to go home. Let me
So
tell
why
you.
Then
can't
let
we
us
call
go
someone?
home.
I just called the COVID in New. I was just on the phone with a lady in Nova Scotia, and I said all I want
And she
to do
agrees 100%.
is
with
call
it.
somebody
Just
and
like
say
you, sir.
7 days
I
ago
know.
you
But you need to
received my
approve it.
But
application.
you are the one that is carrying it out.
Well,
You
I
are
have
the
to.
one that's so.
I have to.
Sir, you
So
are breaking
if
the
you-
law.
If you go to Nova Scotia, they're going to turn you back around. You're going to come back 6 hours here.
No, we are not, because we are going home. And what you gentlemen
can't
do not
understand
understand
exactly.
is
You
that
don't
we
need it. It's
have
that they're
the
not
right
gonna
to
leave you
go
in.
home.
They're not going to leave you go in, man. Haley,
Just-
they're not going to leave you go in.
They don't have that right.
How many times did I call
They don't
you
have that right.
in front of you?
They don't have that right. And the
So again,
longer
like,
this
I was
pursues,
telling you, is a lot easier for you guys.
it's not,
And
because as my husband explained, that is not a secure.
this-
You
yes,
cannot
it's
promise.
secure.
You cannot
Yes,
promise our
It's a lot
safety.
more secure there than over here. I can tell you that. Though.
You are not. You cannot promise our
I
safety.
can almost promise you that. It's a lot
You
safer
cannot
there.
promise our safety.
So you go there, you have a good trailer, make some coffee, chill, wait for your approval. come
Wow.
back.
So just chill out
Yeah,
while
sure.
your freedoms and your rights
Well, that's
are
your-
being impeded upon.
And you're going to repeat that like 15 times.
Because it's the fact. You have yet to tell me what law.
law changed the law here.
I can't.
Yeah.
He says that.
You
right now,
cannot. The
that-
province cannot trump our
That's-
national rights and freedoms under the Charter of Rights of.
Under the Act of the Emergency Act, Section 24B is obstruction of peace officers. Okay, and I'm not saying that
We're
you're
not.
We're not obstructing. You're obstructing.
No,
We-
it's
Our
that's the- I
freedoms.
just told you the section. You want no sections? That's the section under the Emergency Act.
I
okay?
support you
You're
in your
not-
job.
You're not listening to us when we're saying you have to turn around there.
No, we are,
You know, so right now
You're
what doing,
stopping us.
You're obstructing us as peace officers. That's
because
what
you're breaking the law,
I'm not
sir.
breaking the law. So
Under what section of the Charter of Rights and
arguing here until
Freedoms?
midnight tonight, and
Under
you're
what
still gonna
section of the
be-
Charter of Rights
you're
and
still gonna be
Freedoms
arguing.
can you justify these means?
I'm not going with the Charter of Rights and that.
You can-
I'm-
it's
I'm-
not
I'm
an
going with
option,
the-
sir.
I'm going with the Emergency
Men
Act
and
right
women
now.
have died for those Charter of Rights and
I
Freedoms.
know. And maybe none of your family are.
Oh, I have family. Don't tell me that. No,
No, don't tell me neither. So
We-
let's not go there. I'm telling you guys.
You think
we're
they would be
really,
proud?
Really polite with you, man.
And I've been as well. I get.
I'm really asking
My
you, please.
do not replace.
I'm please
Do not
asking you-
mistake my frustration
I'm please
and
asking
my
you once more, guys.
and my
go back to
stance
Quebec and please
as a Canadian
chill there.
citizen.
When you have your application,
We don't
come on
live
back.
in Quebec.
We
Why
don't
would
live
go
in
to
Quebec.
What do
No.
we have
Right now
in
you don't
Quebec?
live nowhere right now.
Yes,
We
do.
live in Nova
We live in Nova
Scotia.
I have.
You don't have no approval to go in.
I have everything right here.
No, I know that.
I live in Nova
Yeah,
Scotia.
but you're just
April 30th. I don't
We
understand.
pay property taxes in Nova
We pay
Scotia.
property taxes. That's where I live. I don't
Is
understand.
that your point right now?
I don't live in
Quebec.
Quebec.
Pardon me?
You want
I
to stay
live
here
here.
like that? You're not going to do nothing? That's your point?
Yo, it's your point. It's your point that you're not allowing us to move.
That's what you guys want to do?
Nope, we want to go home.
Oh, wait. I'll have people.
We applied. Just call them and say they applied. It's here.
I have the right to know what is happening.
You'll stay here Okay, there's through traffic over here. We'll talk. We'll
I don't have the. You're saying that I don't have the right to listen to your conversation in regards to our situation.
we're dealing with this situation. Go back. Thanks.